massive day for the unemployed. The NTE situation kind of crazy.
I'm eating.
Bro, you told me to move on to the topics, and motherfucker starts stuffing his face with food.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? If someone,
Because I have to talk, you know. Because if you ain't talking, I be talking. You know the dance we do.
if someone ever in the videos complains why I do most of the yapping, by the way, it's in the title, Yapping Fox. What the fuck did you expect? This is why. You won't stop eating. Not political stuff? Oh, hell no. We're not doing political stuff, don't worry. Huge Iron Mouse and English VA controversy over NTE. From what I saw on Twitter, it wasn't just Iron Mouse, it was Shy Lily as well. So, we'll see.
English VTuber Iron.
You know what? Let me make sure the quality don't drop.
English VTuber Iron Mouse, as well as a number of English voice actors, are currently in the middle of a bit of a controversy with this new game NTE, or Neverness to Everness.
Also, I'm pretty sure people who watch VTubers in English, they probably know about Iron Mouse. I might be wrong, but if you're a VTuber watcher and you're English speaking, do you know about Iron Mouse? I feel like everyone does.
Including notorious English VA Kaylee Mills. That's right, English VA Kaylee Mills, one of the most hated English VAs out there. Many people call her a liar, a doxer, a harasser. All of that in relation to Kaylee's involvement with the massively failed Genshin Impact strike from SAG-AFTRA VAs back in 2025, and what she did to her fellow VA Jacob Takanashi. Let's get the context.
Yep, I remember that that part really well. It was pretty bad. We have quite a few videos on it. We don't like her here. We don't like that English VA. She will use anything to virtue signal and anything to attack people. And no, Iron Mouse is not a man. Iron Mouse is a woman who is suffering from immense immune deficiency.
Text for this one. It all starts with Iron Mouse in a post from May 5th, which reads, Iron Mouse has dropped her Neverness to Everness sponsorship after finding out that the developers lied to her ad agency about not using generative AI in the game. Clip being 1 minute long, let's take a look.
So remember when I was talking that, oh, there's like an immense amount of VTubers streaming NTE. And I was even saying that, how many VTubers did they pay? And we even had like the whole discussion of like, if all these VTubers are like grabbing the bag so easily for any game that gets offered, like, is this really a good promotion to like for the game? By the way, I'm not criticizing NTE. I haven't played it. I'm gonna be playing it on Sunday and trying it out and seeing if it's good. But we're also not sponsored. Just I don't know. Lately it's been kind of frustrating me seeing like content creators in general just grabbing the bag and just streaming a game without trying it first and seeing if they're enjoying it. It's becoming really dishonest towards the audience. As for them lying to her agency, I think that stuff is kind of scummy actually.
You can't do that. You have to be upfront when you're, dealing with the agency, especially since Iron Mouse has a business and they are a corporation. Can't do that.
Yeah, so like I think in this situation, obviously we'll watch the rest of the video, but in this situation, I feel like it's justified to drop a sponsorship when you find out that they lied to your agency. I feel like this is putting it in a whole different territory. Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of these VTubers, right? They're there to just, entertain, play game, make you laugh. Like, don't put all this pressure on the content creators whose whole content is to make people laugh, right? How would they know? I've seen this happen a lot. Like, it's gonna be like a completely innocent content creator who, for them, it's not deeper than just, playing a game and having fun. Yeah, I know a lot of people will be like, whoa, this is your profession. You should look into stuff. Yes, when it comes to sponsorship, yes. But that's why she had an agency and they lied to her agency. I still think it's unfair putting all the pressure on the content creator.
But also, I would like to know if NTE also responded after all this backlash. I want to know their perspective as well.
Mhm.
I feel like that's just fair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How y'all
They
doing
did a
today?
press thingy explaining the use of AI. So either her team didn't do enough research or she's not telling the truth. That is a possibility too. And the reality is, unless someone provides receipts, we're not gonna know.
Yeah.
Now, really quick, if you're not familiar with this game, Neverness to Everness is one of the latest gacha games, having just released on April 29th, and people are calling it a sort of anime sci-fi GTA. As you'll see in a
I
moment as the
heard that
video
too.
continues, opinions are pretty split on the whole AI usage part of all of this, but regardless of that,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of circulation on Twitter going on. Half of the people are dogging down on NTE for using AI, and then the other half is dogging on the VTubers who are dropping not NTI, NTE, and half of them are dogging on the VTubers for dropping NTE right away for quote unquote virtue signaling.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just so divided.
if NTE really did lie in business communications, obviously that's a bad move. Equally as obvious, I'm not accusing them of lying, I'm just saying hypothetically if they really did, that's obviously a bad thing. But I haven't seen the communications, I don't know what was said specifically.
Yeah.
We do have a post here.
I think it just the way I look at it, it just looks bad. That it looks like they don't look into the product they're pushing. You know, they'll get the bag, but they don't look into it. I think that's what looks bad.
Here that says the sponsor management actually lied and that this is an official statement from the devs. AI is only used on the poster and billboard as placeholders. Now, we'll take a look at this statement. I don't know how legit this is or isn't. We'll take a look at it though. But this also doesn't mean that they lied or didn't lie in communications. We don't know what the communications are, like I just said. So some public statement doesn't necessarily reflect what they may have said in private communications, which I'm sure everyone understands. But nevertheless, we have this that says, that gaming thing. Many projects are now promoting AIGC. What is the attitude of Shuhan towards AI in terms of technology and art? I'm laughing at my own horrible pronunciation of that word, my bad. But Yang Lei then says, our
Honestly, it's understandable not being able to pronounce it properly. Honey, can you pronounce it properly?
No.
Understood?
No, I can't. Yang Lei.
Well, you pronounce it better than I will ever be able to. I've been playing your new song on repeat. Oh, the Iron Vow? Yeah, you can thank Recon for this. He's the one who requested the song. Honestly, I did not even know I had it in me to make a song like that. It was a blast. It genuinely was a huge blast working on it.
bottom line is very clear, and our core assets and character portraits will never touch AI. Second game players buy emotional value, and everyone is very disgusted with spending money to buy industrial assembly line products. We will mainly use AI to run some atmosphere renderings to see if it is the feeling we want as preliminary work for finding references and a lot of trial and error. Someone says, when was this interview taken? The OP says, this was a Q&A a few days before or after launch. The original is on Bilibili as far as I know. This is an English translation posted on Reddit. Other users saying thank you, and the OP providing the source of that interview over on gamersky.com. Now we'll take a look at some VAs who have also issued statements against NTE, starting with Kaylee Mills.
You see, Kaylee Mills is in it for the love of the game at this point. She's a professional virtual signaler. So whatever she says, I would take it with a little bit of like grain of salt. It's a really rich coming from a person who was trying to send a whole harassment campaign against a VA who is in Japan, who has no idea about the drama of the English VAs, just to get some brownie points, right? So it's really rich coming from her. With her, it's 100%, to me at least, it's 100% coming off performative. She has no values. Right now, my assumption, and again, take it with a grain of salt, that's my assumption. That's not a fact. It looks like she's already on like the last straws of being a VA. And she's trying to do this whole performative shtick just to be like, oh, I stood against the AI. This is why I lost all my opportunities and stuff like that. When reality is, she was a horrible person. She went after the Japanese VA's career. She went after diminishing him with his wife. She went after like that he's a dad. Like, no.
Says, but I've also been through hell, and I know I can survive it, even though it felt impossible at first. There are too many amazing creators and properties with great people working on them to worry about being seen as unappealing to those who don't see me as malleable. Top responses to Kaylee, including, would you work with them if they remove the AI stuff? She says, yeah, I would. I believe in second chances and betterment, and the fact you're okay losing work to stand on your principles is awesome and deserves mad respect. She says, I also recognize it's a privilege and not something everyone can afford to do. Yeah, but when has Kaylee ever actually done that? It seems like she just takes the stance of whatever SAG-AFTRA demands of her. Another English VA issued a somewhat vague statement that seems
the Makey person, by the way, I don't know who that is, so let's see.
To be about NTE and all of this AI controversy. Specifically saying, I recently found out that a game I worked on has been using AI and has been dishonest about it. I want to be clear that I do not support generative AI in any creative field, including voiceover, art, writing, or music. If this is not addressed and removed, I will not be continuing work with this team. Let's take a look at the top responses to this VA. We've got Emerald Apple at the top saying, oh, but coding and software development using AI is fine. Grow the heck up, it's 2026, it's time to get with the program and join the modern time.
This is so interesting to me because I remember not that long ago, majority of people were against AI, but now like it's kind of like the tides have turned and now people are pretty vocal about like using AI as tools. And yes, software development and all that stuff, they've been using AI for years. Source, I used to work in a software development company where AI assistance is quite often used for coding. So that way they can cut down on hours.
Bulwark right below that saying, I mean, you were paid, right? You gonna give the money back? And then we got Puro saying, since you now know that they were using AI and being dishonest, it's only right for you to return all the money paid for work you did. You wouldn't want your name to be attached to a horrible thing like AI, right? And all throughout the responses, it seems like most people are actually not supporting her take at all.
Yeah.
Pointing out various hypocrisies and stuff like that. Starting with this 34-second clip, we'll take a look at some examples of what people are saying is AI generated.
That looks cute though. Like kind of looks cute though. What the hell?
In game.
It's competition. First, let's hear a few words from the organizer, Giovanni Dvorak.
Before we continue, for the people who play NTE or played NTE, which language should I play it in? Should I play it in English or should I play it in another language?
Japanese or Chinese? Mandarin.
Yeah, which language should I play it in? Because I'm going to be playing it on the weekend for the first time and I want to find out which voice pack to prepare. And hi Mushroom, how you doing?
Hey Mushroom, what's up?
Hello everyone, I am Giovanni Dvorak. In this game, you just need to select what you want and bring them out safely. It's simple and fun. I know you're feeling nervous, just like when I was about to confess to my now wife.
Thank you, Mr. Giovanni. I hereby announce...
Yeah.
Why did that kind of give me like a Fallout vibe?
Fallout vibe or like a very old TV show, like the animations. I know it's AI, it kind of looks AI, but it's very old Disney vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like the typical thing AI would give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TV animation clip does look like AI, but the real crime here is playing in the English dub. That's obvious.
Damn. So all of you who said the English dub isn't bad, you lied to me, huh?
Obviously a joke baked in truth, but let's take a look at the duality in the responses here. We've got, ugh, I love the game. Why are they doing this? Conversely, good. I hope they keep doing this for tiny stuff that doesn't matter and is actually kind of funny so they have more time to focus on stuff that actually matters, like gameplay and story. Hey boss, we're short on time. Can we just use AI to finish this segment faster? Yeah, sure, it's not a big segment. Go for it. It's a non-issue. They're literally doing this to save time for more important parts. Things are getting strange though, because this response says there's a billboard that's just straight up scenes from Weathering with you, but with an AI filter on top of it. I really like this game and I'm enjoying it a lot, but wow, this is not a good look and it's so lazy. But this response says, when did you even record this, in the beta? Because it's not present on the current release. I check on the PC, console, and mobile version, and I don't see it. 3 more quick examples here in this.
Wait, that is kind of weird. Are people just deep faking stuff with AI to go against AI?
Yes.
Honestly, I've seen bigger hypocrisy, so like I wouldn't be surprised.
This post on Reddit that says NTE and AI question mark. showing the first example, the second example, and the third example. My bad, it actually got cut off a little bit, I see in post-production. Let me show you one more time. First example, second example, third example. There's also a 2-minute fight scene animation that's currently also a point of contention, with some people debating if there's AI use in that fight scene animation or not. But it's also a bit out of the scope of this video, because a lot of that discourse is simply people arguing about how good of a gacha fight scene it is. Some people saying it's the best they've ever seen in a gacha game, other people saying it's not. So like I said, a bit out of the scope of this video. This is to say that that's like all the main stuff. Let me know what you think about the latest. And if you think the statements people are making have validity to them, or if you think people are blowing this stuff way out of proportion or what. I'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in.
It kind of reminds me of the whole Larian controversy, where how everyone was dogging on Larian when they tried to be upfront compared to majority of the companies, where they upfront said they will be using AI as placeholders, and people just went on attacking them, saying that, oh, you're taking job from concept artists because you're planning to, as placeholders, to use it for concept art and stuff like that, while they openly saved concept art studio from bankruptcy by just literally buying the company and making sure that people keep their job. But people still went and dogged on Larian for it. While the other companies who were hiding the fact that they're using AI were being praised. All of this just coming off so performative. The only thing we have learned in gaming right now, you lose if you hide it, you lose if you're honest about it. There's no winning. There's absolutely no winning.
It's because a lot of people, like, not even say a lot, the weird minority people that are like crying about AI, it's a massive skill issue, and they don't have communication for them to I don't know, put their artwork out there and stuff.
I don't even know about like skill issue. It just, I don't know, it seems very performative to me. I know people are gonna be mad about me saying this. I don't think it's a big deal having AI as placeholders, or just a tool that improves the readiness and how fast you can do concept art, because irregardless, later on is gonna be replaced by actual human work. I don't know. People are definitely going to be divided on this. As for the VTubers, yeah, like I said, it was the whole Iron Mouse and Shy Lily. Apparently, Shy Lily dropped the sponsorship midstream very publicly, and that came off performative as well. You could have still, you know, stayed professional and just discussed it behind the scenes with them and then made a statement. I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, right? Well, when you're using AI to use it as a placeholder until you can come back and change it later on, right? It just makes sense, because like that's like tedious work that takes up time when you're trying to develop a game. So if you just place like an AI poster and be like, all right, we'll circle back to this when we have time.
Yeah. So Shy broke her contract. I'm assuming so.
Are we touching that, or we're not touching that?
Shy Lily is a whole can of worms, not touching that. Is that what you're asking me? If we're touching the whole drama with Shy Lily? Is that what you're asking? All right, I'm gonna say from a perspective who used to actually watch Shy Lily and actually look up to her, because she was pretty much a rarity as a big VTuber who is not from North America, and she was from Europe. I mean, she still is from Europe. So all the actions she's been doing in the past month or a year or something has been very disappointing. I personally completely dropped watching her. So I don't know. Take it for what you will. Some shit just rubbed me the wrong way, and it seemed very disingenuous the way she was acting or talking about people. I can be performative. Servants, get me my jester outfit. Thank you so much for the support, Tyron. My ancestors would forsake me if I failed to use modern tools. I cannot imagine that AI is different, but proper use is important, and sometimes the old tool is still best. Oh yeah, I already said it a few times too. Anytime there's new technology or new science, people are gonna treat it like witchcraft. Right now it's the AI time. In the past, like the most recent past, it was what, like electrical cars. Now like everyone wants a freaking Tesla.
Yeah.
So, and before that, like centuries ago, medicine was considered witchcraft. So it's like every time there's something new, it's gonna be demonized.
Yeah.
And the more you demonize and the longer you demonize, instead of actually setting boundaries in what is ethical and unethical usage of AI in a product that you sell, the less importance is going to be put on how to use it.
Wait until they understand medical practices now came from.
Yeah.